Today is Thursday, December the 5th, and you can see that the Globex high was made at 6:20 this morning, 11:20 in the UK, 12:20 European time, so the markets were open in Europe, and we just tumbled from there below the Globex low to the negative 23.6. Again, if you're trading the futures, these are the set of Fibonacci's you look at. The yellow ones are the Globex high to the Globex low, and the gray ones are the prior regular trading hour high to the trading hour low, and the Fibonacci's below those. And look where we finished the day, exactly at the prior regular trade. Sorry, our high was the regular trading high, and then we pulled back from that to end at 61.8% Fibonacci. So what does that mean for where we're going tomorrow? The advancers and decliners were close enough to say that they were flat, but the volume was horrible. Look at the Dow volume. The NASDAQ volume was off from what it was the last 2 days, and the S&P volume very, very low. So that is going to take our market oscillator pretty much nowhere. It's going to stay right where it was, stuck in between neutral and oversold. The SPX ended up 0.15%, and we're having trouble with our data. There's the data, but look at that. We finished off with what you would call a hammer, but we did come down to test the top of the gap, which was yesterday's open, and that proved to be a bounce point. Apple up at 1.41%. Now that's quite strong because it ended up over the 8 EMA. So let's look at the weekly for Apple and see if that tells us anything in the Ichimoku, and it doesn't. Let's just take a look at the monthly for fun, and it's just on its way to possibly, making a new high, and that would make it a 1, 2, 3, a triple top, and people say a triple top doesn't exist. Well, we're going to find out. Caterpillar ended up just up about $1, but off of its lows. Home Depot suffered another $1.10, but it's found its way now down to the 68.1%, which is above the 200 SMA, and that might prove to be the support we need for a little bit of a rally tomorrow in what's, not a bad stock. But I'm just glad that I got out of my long call verticals when I did. But it's a stock that I'd like to get back in on. Where did we see our low today in the Chiku span? Right here. So it has not yet come down to the 200. To come down to the 200 would also mean price comes down to the 200 SMA. So that is quite likely going to happen. We're likely to come and see this and then the bounce, because hitting here tomorrow would be the same as, tomorrow should be right about, let's see, this is today. Tomorrow would be right here, and look at that. That's right where the 200 simple moving average is, so that's two coincidences, which means that we should do that. AT&T, nice little bounce. Chiku span is stuck in the middle of this candle here. Let's just hope that it doesn't open low tomorrow, which means it would come under those candles. So let's be looking at that tomorrow. WDC only up 9 cents, still nothing to get excited about. Whirlpool up 287, still nothing to get excited about, because where was resistance today? It was at this point right here, which is the top of the cloud, top of the candle, which was the Chiku span striking the top of the cloud. So that is significant. Remember, we're always looking at the Chiku span, and it is highly susceptible to cloud edges and trailing moving averages. It's just a beauty to watch. Amazon, big drop. We said that the Chiku span would likely lead us to something down because it was stuck in the middle of this candle yesterday, and at one point it did rise to this point. This was the high for the Chiku span today, and you can see that was the low. So the Chiku span actually came up, struck the bottom of this candle, and then dropped down to here. Again, Chiku span, important. I want to delete that box. So that is all we're looking at. KL, which we abandoned a long time ago, is still showing weakness, up 0.1% when gold was up, GDX was up 0.44%. So now it's even trailing the average gold miner. So that's a stock that we can just close the book on and forget about. Where are we going tomorrow? Down is what I'm thinking. Or it's Friday, President Trump comes back from NATO, or is back now, I don't know. I think Nancy Pelosi is answering questions tonight at 9 o'clock from the press. I'm not sure. So let's see what little tantrum the president has and who he decides to punish with tariffs.